Greetings, inglorious bastards. It is I, Manos, with a new episode, episode 3 of The Old 52. And brought to you, of course, by my comic book I self-publish by myself with, well, lots of other people helping. The Red Knight. And the first story arc is complete with issue 3. You can order it with the information below. If you do PayPal, it's pretty easy. Just go to send money, and when you get there, put in the blank my email address, brother-justin@hotmail.com. It's $2.99 for the comic and $2 for shipping. If you're not big on the whole paying through the internet thing, send me a check or money order for the same amount at the P.O. Box listed below. Now, let's get on to business, shall we? If you're unfamiliar with this series, I have been inspired by DC's New 52 to create a series spotlighting back issues of number ones of defunct series, which I think are fantastic and deserve a little recognition. After all, they were in the spotlight at one point. Let's bring them out again, shall we? Here is Justice Society number 1. Not the one that people are most familiar with, which often got called JSA. The one like Robinson, James Robinson worked on, and Jeff Johns famously worked on it as well. This is the series. This is the first series, actually. Yes, there was another one. This is the first Justice Society book of post-crisis, and it is by Lee Strandscusi, and art by Mike Parobeck. And okay, let's see if I can explain this properly. The Justice Society, the original versions of the Flash, Green Lantern, Sandman, blah blah blah, were rescued in a miniseries called Inferno, and not that Inferno, Armageddon Inferno, which took place in the early 90s, like 91 I think it was. It was a miniseries, I don't particularly being very good, but the thing that came out of the miniseries was the original Justice Society. It was discovered that they had been stuck in some limbo magic dimension for a while, which explained why they had disappeared. So, our heroes bring these heroes back, and they're still kind of youngish. Actually, you know, sort of looking like what they were in, you know, their 40s, instead of what they should be. They should be in their 70s at this point in the 90s. I mean, geez, I mean, Hawkman still, you know, looks good. Look there. And we got the Jay Garrick Flash. Let's see, we got the original Green Lantern, the guy with the cape and the red shirt. This Wildcat, the original Hawkman, girl or woman. Our Man, the original Dr. Midnight, the original Atom, who looks like a spaz, admittedly. Wesley Dodds, Sandman, and the original Starman, as well as Johnny Thunder. And no, Johnny Thunder is not a milkshake. You can get it, Sonic. It's a real guy, okay? That's not funny. They have, at the beginning of this series, it's a sort of retirement party that's going on at a stadium. And they drawn a pretty big crowd, bigger than Mitt Romney could, I guess. And I like this sequence where we get reintroduced to all these characters. Almost looks like kind of cool action figure posing, you know, with, you know, on the shelf. With all the characters, and you see occasionally them think of things like, man, I miss my wife. I'd like to go back there and have sex with my 70-year-old wife, and, like, you know, I still look young. No, they don't really say that. But in the crowd is Superman, Clark Kent, and Lois. And, oh no, as usual, something interrupts. It's a big monster. Who sent the monster? Why'd the monster come from? We don't know. But there's some mysterious guy a few pages up just irritated that Superman just happened to be there. And that's the thing. Superman kind of jumps in, saves the day, and kind of, well, kind of shows him up. You know, it's like, you know, the Sandman has a fucking stroke right there. And the other guys kind of just stand there and gawk, like, oh man, we are totally outclassed in these new modern times. So, yeah, they continue to retire. There is a scene where it seems like Green Lantern and Flash are still meeting at this diner, just talking about old times and new times and the way they're adjusting. They're being followed by this woman who's also a speedster. We eventually see more of her in the Mark Waid Flash series, by the way. And there is an attack at a nuclear plant. These terrorists take it over. And let's see, what do they call themselves? I forgot. The New World Order, I think, is the New Order or something like that. And they're hilariously kind of similar to several kind of like 90s superhero villain cliches. And their leader looks just like Cable. And his name is Kane, by the way. And he has an eye patch. And he has a gun. And he has that weird kind of vest thing. And by the way, his eye patch isn't real, apparently. It's just, you know, for looks. And then they promptly kick their ass, and at the end of the issue, they're thinking, well, hey, you know, maybe this ain't so bad. They kind of want to maybe not be in retirement, and the best way you can show yourself as being hip and cool again is doing Mike Myers' not joke. That instantly not dates you. I really did love this series, and Mike, I hope you can see Mike Parobeck's art is just fucking beautiful. It is clean and crisp, and this is the time where everyone was trying to do their best to look like Liefeld and Jim Lee with all the, you know, incredibly like detailed like poses, and everybody was rigid. Actually, here is an ad for Doom Force Special, and I don't know if you can see that clearly. I mean, that's pretty typical of what everybody was trying to do in 1992. With their art, and he was completely going the other way. His stuff looked a lot more kind of clean and Bruce Timm-ish, before Bruce Timm, actually. And, you know, this guy was just a couple of years ahead of his time. And, you know, that's not to say this, you know, the stuff is really boring. Like, he does some wonderful jobs with all the facial expressions. Actually, this waitress in this diner scene makes me laugh. I mean, like, she just looks great all the way through the scene. This series got canceled really quick. It actually, at the 5th issue, they announced that it was canceled, and they did allow them to finish the first story arc, which lasted 10 issues. So it was almost kind of a mini-series, which is too bad, because I could have really gone for reading this. Wesley Dodds Sandman, unfortunately, for the first story arc, he was kind of in the hospital most of the time, so he's pretty much sitting out. You do see some of the other characters come in, you know, Wildcat, Hourman, and Starman. Yes, the same Starman who is the dad in the James Robinson Starman just a couple of years later. Of course, you know, these guys, most of these guys got taken out during the Zero Hour miniseries. Some of them got reverted back to being elderly, like Wesley Dodds and a couples. And some, you know, survived okay, like Green Lantern, Wildcat, and Flash, where a couple did get killed. So, you know, that's what it is. The problem is with this series is I don't think this is collected. I don't think DC even really cares about this series too much, frankly. It's not collected as far as I can tell, which is too bad. It would make a nice, good, beefy trade, I think. Especially with people, like, you know, during the height of, like, the last 10 years, I mean, you know, Society was pretty popular. I'm never sure why they didn't, you know, pick that up. The good news is you can find all these issues pretty cheap. They'll probably be $1, you know, in dollar bins or something like that. If you can locate them, if you can dig them up, I highly recommend this series. This is Justice Society #1 from '92. Push the button, Lindsay.